Hello everybody, this is Sonia. I am so sorry. I did disappear for a while. I'm so sorry. Actually, Lynn said to me today, "Oh, you've been gone for 11 days and I'm so sorry about that." But, well, this is what happened. I kept on saying to hubby, we'll do the room, and he kept saying, yeah, right, we're going to do the room. He said, I'll help you. Okay, so one day, probably 11 days ago, I was up the street, and we're looking at my table at the moment, so we're going to do some sorting, okay? Anyway, so I'm up the street, and I had to ring him for something, and I can't remember now what it was, because he said to me, I've taken all the stuff out of the first bookshelf in your room. Well, the bookshelves are what I used to store my stuff in, see? And I said, what? Because there was no plan for this. He just said that to me. Oh, dear. My husband's never thrown anything of mine away. He's never, ever done anything like that, so I didn't worry about that. But I started to panic because I thought, oh, my goodness me, now I'm going to have to get started. And, yeah, that was good. That was good. So I come home. I didn't expect to be able to see the lounge room, but he'd had everything packed up nicely in boxes sitting at the end of the chairs. And, I sort of felt a little bit tense and stressed. But anyway, no. So after that, I sorted out every box. He put them in allocated places, what I was going to give away and what I was going to keep and what I was going to put back and everything like this. And for the first week, we worked like little beavers, on things. And I have got all that, this side over here of the room and the desk sort of sorted, well, the contents have been gone through, except for a couple of things here on the desk still that have to be done. I've got one wall that's finished as far as it's all been sorted. He's put the things back in there for me, but I just want to arrange them where there's beads in one shelf and so forth. But I'm going to show you later on. All my fabric's been, a lot of it, all only for one wall along the room, okay? So we still have the back wall, because this end here's like where I'm sitting is nearly all window. And I've got him to take down the high shelves that were here, and I've put just a few lower ones, and I'll show you that shortly, because we're going to work in this today. And this, if you don't mind, we're just going to sort out a bit of stuff on the table. But I wanted to come back and tell you that I'm still here and I'm okay, and I really appreciate everybody's concern, Amy. Too. I am sorry. I should have told people where I was going, but I didn't know. I didn't know that this was going to start. I imagine I was waiting and wanting like my daughter was supposed to be going to help, but she's always doing stuff, so that never came to pass. So she's not working; she's asleep, because she works for night-time sleep through the day. Well, there goes any time out. But anyway, it doesn't matter. So I've done a lot. I've done a real lot. I must say I'm sort of impressed myself a bit with I have put a lot of stuff out, like to be taken to the Can Assist place. And yes, Stephanie, the place is called Can Assist, and it is a place where people donate stuff, they sell it to the public, and then it goes to help people here in the town, or all the towns about, because it's over New South Wales as far as I know. I don't know if it's all in Australia, but and it helps the people with their travel and their medication and everything with cancer recovery and stuff like that, so, and the families, and that's what that's for. And my daughter often has a go at me about going and getting stuff. She was laughing when she said, "Oh, Mum, been a Can Assist again." But I do like this. They do. If there wasn't that place here now, we would hardly have anywhere to buy anything. I mean, there's nothing of interest out there. There's hardly any. There's one craft shop now, but I don't know what I've been there a bit, but not that much, because I really can't afford to. And I honestly went up the street a couple of times since I haven't did any videos, and I've only bought containers to put stuff in. I haven't bought a craft item. I don't want anything to craft with because I have enough. And I thought the other day when I was up there, I thought I might go to Vinnie's. And I thought, no, I'm going home and have a look in one of them boxes I got or something, see what I've got. Because there's a lot of things that I found that I haven't seen for a really long time and forgot I even owned, and seeing things I don't even remember getting. So it's been a really interesting journey so far. I've still got a bit to go. I'm going to try and take time out today and do some videos for you and for me too, because it's for me as well. I mean, Lynn said to me, don't worry about if you're having a rest, but gets stressful to me if I haven't got a video to put up. I do get really stressed out about that. So anyway, so in front of me here, I've got some a couple of shelves, and I'll show you that in a minute. I want to just do a bit with getting some of this out of my way. I've been actually working on putting these things here into boxes. So I bought some of these containers. I think they were $2 each at the shop, which I've been paying nearly $4 or something, but these were second hand. I've got these, this and a couple more different ones. So I'm thinking now, I put a lot of this stuff in here that Joe sent me, and there's like charms and things, but there's plenty of room for other stuff, and I'm thinking I really like to use a few pearly things. So what I've also done is I've allocated a drawer to my, over this way, I have a little chest of drawers. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 drawers. They're actually a good size, and so I've allocated so far the bottom one for extra things. I've got cards, I've got washi tape that I probably will never use, my extra ink dob of things that I don't really like that much. So a lot of that could end up going out. But anyway, I wanted to put some of these in here, but I want to use the smaller ones because if I'm making something, what I've done too is something that you probably, I don't know if anybody else agrees, but it just depends how sorted you like things to be. I think, to my way of thinking, if I've got a few different bits and pieces in the one container, it gives me just the use of the one container, if you understand. I just don't have to go and get a whole heap of containers out. So what I'm doing is putting different bits and pieces. I'll show you this one here that I've done as well. This is another one that I got for $1, I think this one was. But see, in here I've got, and I wrote on what I have, and I've got this piece of plastic stuck, but I've got things in here that I can use for both in like sewing and everything. I have all the things that you put on the end of your book, so I've got some of those. I got some of these that I bought at one of the opportunity shops because I'm going to use these in my journal somehow. I don't know, but that's you can recycle anything. I've got some cabochons here, and I've got some little mirrors, and I've got those there bits, and these wing buttons. Might have showed you them. They're really cool. They actually, maybe, look, they've got a thing where you thread it through that way. So that's intriguing. Maybe it's a bead. Anyway, that's what I've got some paper clips, but see, that's in case where I am wanting a paper. And then I've got these little ones here, which I'm sure I had one that was finished. Oh yeah, he's up here. This is one that I finished, because I do have the stuff that I'm working on up in front of me. So that's one that I was working on, that you put a little embroidery inside that. I don't think these were very expensive when I got these either. They're really cool. And then I can just hang something on it and dang that off the side of the book. I might put it up in the dish butt because that's where it was, and I don't want to lose that. So that's just an idea of what I'm, and that way I've got that sort of stuff in front of me, and I've written on the end here what they are for. Actually, I didn't write it, I printed it out. And then I've got all the washi tapes. I've got a drawer here that I'm about to work on, a set of drawers that I'm going to put some stuff in. I don't know if there's anything else in this one that I do want. I found a lot of my good stamps too. That was a really good thing. And now I'll put stuff in here. Is this the stamp one? Oh yes. The top drawer's going to have stamps in it. Now these little buttons, I find that I keep losing them. So they're going to go in that thing up there. I've got wire. That's going to be in a wire box, but I will find that shortly. So I'll put that one over there. I have found so much, amazing stuff. But see, I have been collecting this for a long time, so please don't judge me too harshly. Please don't think I'm a hoarder or whatever. Now, I've got these. I intend to colour some of those. I did tell you I was going to show you what I was going to do with the stuff that I buy, and I will get to it. But I've got in here alcohol ink. Now you can put your alcohol ink on any of these metal things and it changes the colour. So I've got different colours and got it sitting here near me so I can find it. There's green and there's pink, and that's my Vesemar stuff, and some other bits there. Right, I have made a space particularly for my punches because even though I don't use a lot of these small ones, I haven't been able to because I couldn't find them. And that's me cutting thing off that board. Well, we know that. And underneath that in the shelf, I have my corner punch and my crocodile and some hole punches and my stapler. And all that stuff there is sitting back just enough room for me to reach all these things. But anyway, so I'll put those up there so I can colour them later and show you how that works. Maybe not today. Now, these little blokes I absolutely love, but I can never find any of them. But we're going to put them in something else, okay? Now, I've also collected up a whole heap of bits and pieces out of a miniature Monopoly game, right? So in this I got, because I collected up these are little houses, see? Now, I don't know if they got a hole right through them, but I'm sure if you got a hot needle or something, you could push a hole through. They're not even being used. They were in packets in a box, and I just took them all out because I'm going to use a little money for something. Can use it. Well, there's heaps of them about, so don't judge me because I've seen, ever since I bought these, every time I go up there, I find another lot, and I don't really want to keep going buying them, so I'm going to pack these somewhere. I'll put them in a bag for a minute. I just took them out of the box because I don't want it cluttering up the things. There's the little money. Here's the little boss names. Look at that. It's all brand new because nobody even used it. Didn't even take some of the stuff off the things here. There's a little car still in there. There's a cat. So these things are good for your mixed media or stuff like that, eh? I want to get the cat out of there. I'll get the cat out. And I'll get the... Not talking to cats. My cat scratched me really bad the other day. I couldn't believe that, and I've got a big plaster bandage on it because it's not looking good. But I've been putting something on it to try and fix it. I've been putting some antiseptic cream on there, so that'll fix it, I hope. So I've got some of these too, and I can colour them as well. Yeah, hook and eyes. Yeah. So I can put them up the side. So that's the plan for them. I've got one place where I'm going to put my pliers and some pegs that I will be making some snippet rolls, which are still in my you know what we're doing? You know what we're doing? Look, we've got it still here. I've got me still bits here. I'm still working on this, okay? We're not giving up on this either because what you do with your scraps, all right? So this is our stuff that we're working on, and I'm going to do some snippet rolls, but I don't think I need the pegs in there. I'll put them somewhere else. I have a lot of different size pegs, so from this one here's a good size. That's a good size for a snippet roll. Well, these might be even better because they, you know, you can tie it on. It just depends, eh? We'll just see what we work. I'll sit them in there anyway so they can have the time burn, and then when I get to that I can move them over to their allocated spot, which I don't really have yet for it. I'm putting these bits in here because... I'm going to put this one in first. I'm going to put these in here. And then I'll be able to see, well, look at that, I've got those. Whoops. I want to pull these apart, but I haven't got around to that yet. These earrings, because they're really cool. Wonder where the other one is. I'm going to put some gold beads in this one as well, because if I'm making a dangle or something, I want to find these, won't I? I'll probably want some gold beads in that. Yeah, I've got a container of containers. I wonder what I did with the other one of these. Well, I'm going to put them in there because I'm going to take them apart. I think I showed you how to do that. I'll just give you a nice little quick demonstration because these are really cool. These have got nice little bits on them. Actually, Parks has got our Elvis Festival on this week. There's heaps of people come from the city. See, there you go. Isn't that pretty? And then you can just, I'll put that bit in. Sorry. There's heaps of people come from the city to Elvis. The train, they come up on the train. That's about, well, the city is, what I'm talking about is near the coast, Sydney. That's where they've come from, down there, somewhere in that direction. I don't know if it starts out at Sydney, it might do. I think they brought them up there yesterday. Today's Thursday. Used to have a really big festival here every January. Now we're doing that for years, and I used to think Elvis was okay. I mean, he's a good singer. He was a good singer and everything. But he's never even been to Parks. But anyway, it doesn't matter. There was a few fans here and they started this thing and it turned into a big festival. You probably would have heard about it anyway. Ones in Australia would have done. I don't know. Some people have come from overseas to it and everything. Come from America and everywhere. So I don't know what... like other countries as well, and now that the borders and that are opening, or the borders of the countries are open again, we are, I guess, people out from overseas, and I've broken my fingernail something frightful trying to do this with my hands. I'll just get this one done now while I'm at it, I suppose. When I was going through this stuff, I was thinking, oh yeah, I'll do that, but then I thought, I said to Jeremy, it's best if I actually do it, because if I don't, really figure it out. If I don't do it, it is never going to get done. It's not going to look right, and it's never going to get done if I don't do it properly. And then I'll still be in a state. I've still got a real lot of stuff to sort through. Ouch, I had hold of the other bit too just then. That's why that wouldn't come off. This wasn't on a ring, this one. See, now I've got this to put on a dangly thing, haven't I? I don't know about every other person that does crafting, but all this stuff to me is really good. I really like my things. I do really like my things. This is my out, I don't drink or smoke or take drugs. So this is my drug, I suppose you might say. It's what I do. Now look at these bits. Look at that. Well, we don't want to waste them either, do we? Because there's got to be something I can do with those. They can go in there. You see, that's me. That's how I roll, isn't it? Really? I've cut all me... Shouldn't have did that with my fingernail, but anyway, what are you going to do? Okay, so... yes, I don't know if I want to put those in there just yet. Need to put a lid back on this. Where is that lid? Okay, come on. I think the lid's on the bottom of the thing. So now, where to put that? I know it fastens onto one of these somehow. This fastens onto that. Right. And there's a few more. Oh, they are laying down. They had a mouth that bit me. Now I put them over there because I have a few bits here that I want to... this must have a lid that turns on it. Got to have one here somewhere. Here it is. Yep, righto. Put it on. I want to cut a couple of these too, see. So of course I've got all these big bits and pieces in here, but I'm not going to be looking at them for a while. So we're doing now with fabric mostly. Okay, so I'm going to take a few of these little. I thought I had smaller ones. Tiny little cotton reels. That is a tambourine. I think I tried to make one time. There's a flower. Alright. There is things in here that's not supposed to be in here. These are really cool. That button is absolutely awesome, isn't it? Love that button. Okay, so we'll just put a few of these in, eh? And this is, you know, when you come to this one, you think, oh, yes, I'll put that in there, won't I? And then you got your ideas in front of you, you know, because I've had things just hanging around here for years and not even used them. Look, there's a googie. Look at that, there's a googie. It's egg. If people don't know what a googie is, it's an egg. And things like this, see, that'll make a good something. I'm sure it'll make good something. Okay. Righto, now that's got stuff in it that probably doesn't belong, but we've got some little bits out there now that we can use, and that goes on there. Righto. Now, yesterday I found some pegs, and on the pegs were these little houses. So I'll show you. I've actually threw it towards the garbage bin because I don't think, I don't need these pegs, I've got heaps, but see, these were Christmas things, and they were on there. And I just pulled these off because I thought, well, gee, why can't I use them in my journals or something, right? So there I got those. Pretty. I'll just grab anything and make use of it, I think. Alright, so in here I have bits and pieces of things on fabric and needles. I'll take the needles out because they've got to go in there. These are some things that I've been working on. We're sort of making a bit of a space here, aren't we? Where we can we'll take a bit off. I can put a bit back this way a bit. Come on. I haven't got a lot here. It's just that I have to allocate it spaces. Righto. See where it's going to go. There's a lot behind me. But anyway, so we've made an agreement with me and hubby that I will fix this here, this room. And when I get that done, this part of the room I should say, when I get this done, I'm going to work on the other cupboards, okay? Now, do I need this in that? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if I need this in that. I'll show you, explain that in a minute. Yes, I will explain that. More little bits for the Monopoly set. Right, I'll just get a mouthful of water because I've been talking non-stop here like a thrashing machine, haven't I? Oh yes, I'll put these in here too because these are in a bag. They are something that I will use for sure if I can find them. Right, I do have a hammer and screw. I hope I get through a bit of this while in the time that I've allocated myself because I wanted to show you a few things. There's scissors, and I've taken what's the name, got really tough with what I've got to have on my table as far as all these things go, and these things are not part of it because I've got to, actually I could use that because that'll come in good when I'm handy when I'm doing a journal cover, but I'll have to I've got these few things. Look, I need a couple of pencils, I need a pokey tool, I need that thing for the glue, I need a bone folder, I have a white pen, I don't know what if I'm going to need that, I have one of them cutting things and it probably need a black pen. Do I have a black pen in there? I have two now. No, that'll do, Sonia. You don't need all these pens and things, you really don't. Okay, I don't think so. Anyway, what's that one? It's not a very good cutting one. He's a little bit rusty by the look of him. He's probably be dangerous if you cut yourself. There's a needle here I'm trying to catch. There's a needle and there's a paintbrush pile. I have the paintbrushes here. And this one, the only small ones today. That one is probably no good. I have my 5... Remember, this is cool, aren't they? These scissors. I'll give you a look. Look at this. I think people use them mostly in their kitchens and that. They're good for making tassels. Yeah, look at that. They're cool. Now, they've been up in my cupboard, just sitting in there doing nothing much, you know. So I'm putting them in here with me glue and me paintbrushes. Get back in there. And then I've got that jar with those things in it. Now that's the only thing, it is the only thing besides my mat that I'm going to put back there. My new mat I'm putting on here, I haven't used it, I've had it for a while now, but I haven't used it. It's going to be a couple of inks and that. See this? So you can make a, mind you would roll it up better than that, and you can make a tassel, can't you? Paper tassel. Or trim, or some sort of thing, whatever you use. Won't cut fabric. I'm sure they don't cut fabric, because that was a disappointing thing. Let's have a look. Let's get some. They seem really sharp though, to be honest. They seem pretty sharp. Now I don't have a piece of material. I do, but I want to be careful what I cut, don't I? It's all actually piled up there, except for this bit here. I'll use a bit of this. I'll use a bit out of this bag. I want to tell you now, so I'm sure it's not going to work, because if it was, I'd be beside myself and I'd be excited and I'd be cutting things out everywhere. See, look at that. It does not work. Oh, maybe if I press it harder, could do. Well, it makes it straggy looking. But anyway, Jeremy bought me those a few years back now for my birthday or something. Yeah, so that's handy to have anyway for the paper strips, isn't it? If I want to do paper strips. Now, I've been through so much fabric and I've still got a little bit to go. I've taken a lot out of there though, and I put a lot out. I'm going to do a, I'll do another giveaway as soon as I get a bag, and I'll fill it up and I'll announce it. Be one of those spur of the moment things, you know. Okay, now there's, right, I'll move this stuff out of the way. Righto, over there. Oh dear, I hope you didn't hear me stomach growling. That's terrible, isn't it? Oh my goodness me. Sorry people. Maybe you didn't hear it and you didn't want to know. Right, now we'll put these in here. Pencils have to go up in the box. So I've got a box up there with pencils. Nice, throwing them out everywhere here. And I've got more of these somewhere else. This is what I made me beetle out of. Right, might do another series on beading, but we're just going to finish this other thing that we're doing first. Going to put little scissors in there. That I don't need, that maybe I will one day. So I've nearly got this one filled up, haven't I, with bits and pieces. So I acquired all these beautiful beads here. A lady gave me these in another packet. These are like a pearly thing, aren't they? Well, when I say like a pearly thing, they are a pearly thing. These are beautiful. Look at this. Look at the all in glass. Aren't they nice? So, oh dear. Oh dear. Aren't they beaut? I love them. She gave me a whole heap of stuff in an old black bag. I mean an old black bag. And I thought, oh dear, you know. When I got looking in there, oh my goodness me, they had some beautiful stuff in there. She did. A lot of it, she told me, was broken jewellery. You know, it's stuck. Can't get that out. There's another one here somewhere too. Another pot like that I'm going to empty in here as well, because I like these too. So what I've got here is a mixture of good things, and then I can put the and these weren't in the nice pots, but I put them in there. I put them in these pots, and then I have to do something with these pots. I want to keep them. That'll go in the bag with the bits for putting stuff in later. There you go. Now that was only a small amount. We're nearly filled up now. We've only got a few bits left there, haven't we? A few spaces. At least we'll put that lid on there and push that across, and then I'm going to type out what's in it. There'll be charms, beads, and bits for dangles, won't there? See, these are good. And then I have to have a space up here, which I don't know yet whether I have got, because I was putting things in here. Now, this one here I'm going to fix now, so have I got time to do this? Only 10 minutes, okay. So in this one, which I bought from Woolworths, it is a jewellery, I think it's for your jewellery or your makeup or something. It only cost me $12, and I was really wrapped because, look, you can see everything. There's me little flowers. There's me Peter Rabbit stamp, which I didn't know that was there. I'll put that in there. This is, oh, I found the lid off this thing. It's out in the other room. I've been looking for the lid because these are dear little tiny little gold pins. Look at that. Aren't they cool? I don't know how I'm going to get hold of them to put them anywhere. I shall sit them in the dish. I'm going to get a small mouthful of water. And before I turn this off, I'll just give you a quick look at the front here, what I'm doing in front of me, so you get an idea. So on the bottom of this, I've got cotton needle, pins, tiny flowers and eraser. So make sure that I put that in here. Well, I also need buttons, don't I? So I have these button die cuts, and I have those buttons there in this packet. And I might even have a measuring tape. And there's wings. I'll set these things out here. I did have the dividers in this. So here I've made all these little things, which I really like. I love making these. So I've been cutting out, when I've not got anything else doing, I've been cutting out little pictures and putting them onto a little bit of, what's the name, you know, the yellow cardstock stuff. File folders. I have a heap of file folders, so that's what I've been putting them on, these little pictures, and then I can use them in stuff, can't I? Oh, this one's, oh, they're good. Right, that's that size there. Then I've got, I think there's some in this one, some there, there, and there, right. Okay, so in here I've got all these name things that I got. I bought these from a lady who is Angela Kerr, not the other lady Kerr, Angela, this one's name is. Now I've got circles, I've got numbers. This is idea for me is so I can have things close by if I want to do a journal and I know where these are. So these are really nice, aren't they? I love these things. So I bought those and printed them off, and then I put them onto the file folders. So that's there. It's not very tidy, but it's going to be there like that. Okay. Just going to move myself in a bit further. Right, now I have these ones here as well. I do not want to take up too much space with this sort of thing, but I've got a lot of stuff to do with, I've got to have sewing and paper type things in front of me so I can do lots of different things, you know. I've got a box here that I'm putting my circles in. I've actually cut out a few more and found a lot more out in the other room. And I don't know if I'm going to need a box this big, but it's a start. It's somewhere I can find it. And there I'm going to put these buttons in here because they've got handmade with love on them. And they're a good quality thing. Come on. So when I'm doing something, I can put this onto that as well as using the die cuts to see. Which I don't know if I can do this, if that's all going to fit in there. Because what I'm trying to do is put a lot of stuff in a small space, but it's things that I need. So I've got those. That's easy to find, isn't it? Right? That's easy to find. And this little box had cards in it, I think. Might have had cards in it. So that's going to go in there. Right, no, top shelf. Top shelf. With the little dear little tiny flowers that I've been making. Over the time I've made a few, you know, that I wasn't doing this just lately. I really enjoy doing that, so that's fun. They're done. So if you're doing something, you know, you can stop and get out what you need, can't you? There's a couple more, but I'll just sit them there. I'm not going to worry about that today. That'll fit in there. They've got them little buttons in it. Right, that's good. So I've got I have these two that I bought the other day. Well, actually, I didn't buy the other day. They only just arrived the other day. So I'm thinking about putting those in there, and I want some cottons. There's some cottons. It's, you know, like me, what I use regularly to do sewing with. So that's going to all be in there so I can find it. I'll do a white one, I suppose. And this one's like a calico colour. They're going on the bottom. They're going on the bottom. So in here, I've got needles, and that's a good idea, I suppose. But I've also got some in the packet, which are really good. I've picked out the best ones that I use all the time. I've got these buttons here that are very favourite, and I need a bottle or something to put those in. This doesn't fit, does it? No. And here we've got some little elastic. I have a sharpener, needle threader, an eraser, another a thimble, which I never use because I always use that, and then I use the other hand or the other finger instead, so that doesn't work right for me. So then I've got these bits in the bottom, and I'm just going to tip that into here, and I can go through that shortly. And I'm doing these here and fix that up, okay? So I need a couple of tiny little bits, don't I, to put in there? Tiny little containers if I want to. Oh, come on now, you can get back in there, you come out there real easy. So in the top one we have buttons. So this here could go in there. These Velcro spots. I've got Velcro spots, right? And these are the front and they're the back, and these are a bit bigger ones. So we've got those in there, in case you need a bit of Velcro. You never know. Trying to make it a bit small. Trying to put it down so it's not taking up so much space. Look, put it in there. Join them onto there. That'll stop them getting fluff and stuff all over them. And then I've got these ones. Whoops, that pulled the paper off and everything. So these are sticky ones, but I'd probably, I don't know if I'd use the sticky. Probably could. Might not. Put my own sticky behind it. Okay. Righto. Now put them back on there. I was going to cut them in half so they'd fit better. Excuse me. And keep kicking up all this. I'm going to say dust. I don't think there's that much in here because my stuff doesn't get a chance to get dusty. I'm always fiddling through it. Always usually have it packed in plastic or boxes or something. There's not a lot out there in the world that's going to get hurt, I hope. Better. Now, I want a tiny box to put that in. I do want a tiny box for that. I do have this here. And it fits in there. But, no, maybe not. No, it won't close. Whoops, there, don't get that stuck in case you don't want it in there. So I need a small container. And I do have the odd thing about. Yeah, so this is neat. That's going to be very nice. Okay, maybe a dish. What about that? That'll stop from going all over the place. Oh, here's a pin one. I can use that. Look at that. Here's me cats on here. There's some cats there that I really love, them cat beads. And I'm going to need a measuring tape, but I don't think it needs to be. Get my finger stuck. Okay. Right, so I'm putting myself in a state here now. I was going to do cotton, wasn't I? I was on the cotton, and then I got sidetracked on the button things. Them button things can go in here, and I'll use this for something else. For these pins can go into. I'm going to use pins, aren't I? So pins could go in here. There's needles and pins. I've always got cotton in these things. I do. Oh, that's a bead needle and a thread. Oh no, we're not going to take that out of there. I might just, these won't fit. They will. This won't. They will. These two pins can go over here for a minute till I decide what I'm going to do with those. Now, this is going to be a very long process, I'd say. I'm not going to get this done in a couple of days. Look at them, aren't they beautiful? I have got more spread out through the room, I know, because I come across them from time to time, but I really love them, so. And they can go in there, okay. Now, these I bought on from AliExpress a really long time ago, and then they arrived the other day. There's 40, and they are really nice, aren't they? Look at these. Really neat bits to put on your journal. So, there goes me time. I better... I better go off here. Maybe I'll make a part 2 if you'd like. So I'm going to put the thimble, this thing. Hang on, put me these in here first. Velcro first. Righto. Now if this stays tidy, it all should fit. But if you muck it up, it won't go back together. I've also got these little dangles here that I can put in here too, because they're good for decoration. There's my needle threader. I'll put my cats in here because I really want them. They're a little cat button. Look, aren't they beautiful? Look at that. Isn't that nice? Okay, I'll sit them in there. I've got a little key. He's cute. There's a person. I'll get my other persons, because I put that one in one of my books once and did it. Was a good idea. Okay, so I've got some of those cut out things as well. Now, let me see. Am I taking up too much space? Do I have enough space to put something else there? Probably. I don't know if I'm going to put those in. Let me see. So we're just going to have the next space. This space here can have some reels of cotton. Okay, so there's one. That one there might not close if it's in there. Oh yes, it will. There's some elastic. You never know if you want to leave some elastic. There's some fabric tab things, tape, needles, you go down in there. Come on, that's the packet. This is the magnetic one, and there is a long jar with them in. So you've got a good variety, of things in there. Okay, so I might put the eraser in this top one. And then if Sonia's there ferreting around looking for something and can't find it, you can yell at me, Sonia, it's in a drawer. So in here, I've got the little round circles that go on the bottom of my flowers. I've got a truckload of these, which I don't think I need to put all these in here, but these are for to put on the backs of things. Tiny weeny little pegs, you never know when you might need them. So I have eraser, pins, tiny flowers, cotton. There's another reel of cotton. Didn't I put the cotton in? No, I didn't put the cotton in. Where's it shut? Yes, but I can put more cotton down the bottom here. Right, now what's next? What else can we fit in here? We're doing really good. I needed probably a different colour cotton, but I'm not going to worry about that too much for the time being. Pins, that's right, we didn't put pins in, but I think I might use these if they're strong enough. I'm going to use these. I'm going to try it first. I'm going to try them first, because sometimes they're a bit thick. Because sometimes you buy some pins and they're not really that good. They're not as. Oh no, these are sharp. Oh, good. We'll be making a new pin cushion, because I do not like the 95,000 that I do have. I have a beautiful bare one up there that sitting here next to me, actually, that Pam Elderfield made for me, which is a little bit big for me to put on the table. So I'm going to have to just see how that goes. Righto, so that's the pins. These, I wanted some little tickets in here, but I'm not going to put all those in. I have a box up there with elastic bands. I'm just going to I'll take the camera off here. Oh dear, and I'm going to turn it around. I'm going to show you what I've got up here. Look, see, so this is where we are, and this is what I'm doing. Okay, and there's the outside world. Righto. So I've got, there's a table. So there's me crocodile, and there's other things there that I was talking about, and the washi tape. I haven't put a label on it yet. And there's numbers and letters in that, and there's the bead ends in it, and there's the stuff there that I've been working on. And there's a box up there that's got bags, elastic bands, masking tape, and that sort of thing in it. This one here that I've got here goes in there, like so. That's going to go in there, so I can get that stuff out. This one here may go up here, I don't know. I've got jewellery making stuff in this one that I have, the one I use me things to make jewellery. When I go away from here, I'll think about things that I should have. So in this part here, I've still got, well, there's still stuff on this table, as you can see. I've still got glue in that pot there. I'm going to take all that out because I don't want all that. And then I've got my die cuts are there, and there's my Big Shot. Now, I've made that like that, so I can't stack things on it, I hope. I have put these up here because I want to find them at home. There's more of my dies there, my thicker dies. Okay, so I can't really show you that shelf yet because I want to wait until we've got it done properly, but there's been a lot of work done in it, I can tell you that now, okay? So thank you everybody for watching, and I hope you have a good day, and hope you didn't mind me doing this, and I might come back and do another one another day if you want to help me do this, okay? So thank you everybody for watching, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.